Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to the Sounds of Coherency. So let's just go ahead and jump right into this. Recently on Fox Business, they had a speaker on coming, a commentator on coming to talk about the wasteful spending in the United States, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about that. I think, again, like I said before, as we're getting closer to these elections, it's I know it's not quite around the corner, but it's campaign season, so I would say that it's around the corner enough that we should remember what the people have been put through over the past few years as they get ready to make the decision on who they want to put in charge, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But, during this Biden administration, the spending we've gone over it time and time again. It's just wasteful. It's beyond wasteful. I mean, nobody spends money. Well, rather, nobody is able to spend the money of other people like a motherfucker that has no money of their own. Nobody does it better than that person. And the federal government has no fucking money. And they're just spending away because they know that they'll just keep jacking the taxes up and they expect you to pay it. And if you don't pay it, well, then, your life is put at risk. And that's the reality of what the world we live in is that, as these policies as they come about, as these laws come about and people decide like, oh, yes, we have to do this. We need them to take this and do this, nobody ever stops to say, put yourself in that position. The government decides, hey, you owe us more money. Well, you've taken so much. You didn't leave me anything. Well, you owe us more. We decided you owe us a little bit more. We found you did this and that. Then you say, well, I don't have that. Okay. Well, if you don't have that, they decide to say, take it out of your pay as you get paid, whether it be weekly or bi-weekly, monthly. They could take it directly out of your bank account. I mean, and if they can't, then by all means, they have they have that authority to come to your home and seize property. I mean, there's more to the process than there's a few more steps, but seize your property. Try to stop them. You could go to jail or you could die. If you resist, you could die. The government wants more money from you. Understand that the government wants more money from you and they will kill you. That is the end game to all of it. You will either spend the rest of your life in jail or a huge portion of your life in jail, or you will die if you don't give the government, the broke motherfucker spending everybody else's money, more of your money. And the Democrats are the worst at the shit. But let's just go ahead and jump right into this.
Welcome back. Talk about fat cats. A new study revealing over $1.3 billion in American taxpayer dollars have been funneled to China and Russia through, quote, pointless projects over the last 5 years, including putting cats on treadmills. Texas Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne joins us now. Congresswoman, it's great to see you. And when I first saw this headline, I literally thought it was a joke, but it's actually not.
Yeah, you do. You think it's something from Babylon Bee, and then you recognize how much money our government wastes. And people, I get attacked all the time because I say we got to cut the spend, and people immediately say, well, what are you going to cut? Are you going to cut benefits? Are you going to cut seniors' benefits? You're like, no. Do you have any idea how much waste is in the federal government? I'm so glad that Senator Ernst is actually pursuing this. We are pursuing that in the House as well, looking at waste, fraud, and abuse. I know I sit on the Ways and Means Committee, and we're actually reaching out to federal employees who see that to call us. If you go to waysandmeans.house.gov, there's actually a number for federal employees to call. But we have got to get down to the root cause of all of this waste, and we need a lot more oversight.
Congresswoman, National Security Council spokesman John Kirby asked about the Biden family's alleged business dealings and whether the president is corrupt. Here's how he responded to that question.
The president has spoken to this. The president has spoken to this. And there's nothing to these claims. And as for the whistleblower issue that you talked about and the document, I believe the FBI has spoken to that, and you're going to have to go to them on that.
So, I mean, as you can see, this is really just some not really incredible noise. This is become, like I said before, it's becoming almost laughable at this point. Biden's corrupt. We all know that. At this point, you know, it is surprising that nothing has been done. You know, you're not getting the same fervor from the Republicans that the Democrats gave trying to get Trump out of office, and I will give them that. This is one of those times where it really is valid. It's absolutely justified, and the Republicans really should be doing their job. They really should be putting their feet to the fire, you know, and the constituents really should be putting their elected officials' feet to the fire. But we're not going to go so far into that point because, I mean, what's more important is this wasteful government spending. Have we already forgotten the damn near $1 million that was spent to study the sexual habits of Japanese quail when they're on cocaine? Oh yes, we covered that one, but we must not forget that. You know, taxpayer dollars spent to study the sexual habits of Japanese quail on cocaine. Not to mention the over $2 million that was spent on overdose research, but they were using beagle puppies that they were ODing on cocaine. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think that's very wasteful spending. But again, you know, it's important that we do not forget how wrecked the Democrats have left the American economy. And I don't want people to forget that as we continue to move forward to these upcoming elections. But again, like I said, we're going to see how things play out. And I thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.